In the last few weeks, there's been a lot of courting between the United States and the European Union of India. So you saw President Trump meeting with Modi as well as Ursula von der Leyen. We saw these meetings, but there is a difference. And so I'm going to be talking about that in this broadcast. Well, the European Union is very upset right now at the United States. And it's upset because it's feeling that it's losing its U.S. partner. But not only that, because of the tariffs that have been threatened by Donald Trump, the European Union is making some fast moves. Now, it has had on the table an agreement with India that it needed to finalize, that it needed to get back to work on. And Donald Trump provided this motivation. Look at this broadcast from the Hindustan Times. Largest trade deal ever. India-U.S. answers to U.S. tariffs. PM Modi and von der Leyen finalize historic India-EU trade pact. Now, it's a little bit misleading because they did not formalize and sign a trade pact. What they did was they put it on fast track. It will be completed by the end of the year. And the European Union, EU debates stated, EU and India forge historic free trade agreement, a new era of global partnership. Von der Leyen, they're quoting Ursula von der Leyen. And as I said, they're pushing for this trade deal this year. So why court India? India's economy is the fastest growing major economy in the world with a growth rate of 7.3% in 2020 to 2021. It is the fifth largest economy in the world, and its key industries are IT, pharmaceuticals, and automobiles. So what is the difference between the EU and US concerning India? The EU-India deal focuses on strengthening economic ties, boosting trade, investing in sectors like semiconductors, artificial. Trump's deal, on the other hand, emphasizes strengthening defense partnerships, increasing military sales, and enhancing cooperation in areas like nuclear energy, defense technology, and counterterrorism. In contrast, the EU-India deal is expected to increase bilateral trade, with the EU being India's largest trading partner. In contrast, Trump's deal focuses on reducing the U.S. trade deficit with India, which currently stands at almost $100 billion. Both aim for strategic partnerships. The EU-India deal focuses on promoting peace and stability in the Indo-Pacific region. Trump's deal emphasizes the importance of the U.S.-India partnership in countering radical Islamic terrorism and promoting defense cooperation. The EU-India deal has a broader scope, covering areas like trade, investment, and sustainability, while Trump's deal, while also covering trade, seems to focus more on defense and security cooperation. EU is looking to have a mutual beneficial economic cooperation, collaboration, partnership, trade deal, while Trump's deal is presented as a means to address trade imbalances and promote American interests. Which deal is going to provide more benefit will most likely be the EU-India Trade Pact. Why would this provide more benefit? Because it adds another trading pact partnership on top of the already huge number, which essentially hedges, not only grows the EU economy, but hedges it as well. It's a hedged economy, because it has so many different trade pacts that it is developing and has developed, that if one region of the globe hurts or one country hurts, the trade pacts that are so numerous provide a hedge to its economy. The other reason it would also be more beneficial is the boost to the GDP. And economic strength is everything in this global multipolar order environment. He who is the strongest economically wins. So it would boost the EU's economic strength tremendously. But also, the Trump deal includes the Indian Ocean Strategic Venture, which is a new bilateral whole-of-government forum to advance investments in economic connectivity and commerce. And they welcomed Meta's announcement of a multi-billion, multi-year investment in an undersea cable project that will work this year and ultimately stretch over 5 continents and strengthen the global digital highways in the Indian Ocean region and beyond. So essentially, it coordinates investments in economic connectivity and commerce across the Indian Ocean region. So the U.S.-India initiative focuses on strengthening economic connectivity, commercial maritime trade, and regional security, while the EU's trade pact with India aims to establish a comprehensive free trade agreement focusing on reducing tariffs, increasing market access, and promoting economic cooperation. So we see a real competition, but what was really notable was what was coming out in the media, which I showed you some of the articles of this on the part of the European Union, the trade pact being a response to U.S. tariffs, a response to Donald Trump forming another trade pact. And the European Union currently is the world hub for trade because of these trade pacts. They are a world hub and they are building on that. And that was their response. So your thoughts would be appreciated in the comments. Who do you think is the winner here? Who do you think is going to come out ahead? Do you think it's going to be the U.S.-India trade deals and this arrangement, or do you think it's going to be this comprehensive trade pact on the part of the European Union? But I have to say one thing. Modi had a very interesting look on his face because he was being courted simultaneously by these Western, both European Union and Donald Trump in a short period of time. And it was very interesting to see the expression on his face. So it seems that the new darling on the world stage is India, in which the Western powers are courting. Previously, you saw them courting Africa. Now it's India. Well, I hope you found this informative, and definitely hit that subscribe button, like the video, comment, tell me your thoughts. Which do you think comes out stronger? Who do you think is going to win in this race? Is it going to be the EU? Is it going to be the U.S.? But I think part of the point of this is also to show you the competition now in the global stratosphere between the European Union and the United States. And I will be highlighting that as a regular theme on this channel and showing the differences. Well, definitely stay tuned for more. This has been Erika Grey from the Twist News.